All right, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin, which will be more Q&A style, coming to you from the relaxing woods. And of course, as always, I still have my awesome bottles of tequila out here. And here we go. I'm gonna pour a drink, and feel free to start throwing in some questions right away. And I have Bitcoin Motorist here on this stream with us. I'm gonna pour myself a glass. You pouring anything, man? Go for it.
Well, I was gonna make some coffee for myself, but I wasn't sure it was gonna be ready by the time we were on, so I just grabbed a bottle of water. I'm not really much of an alcohol drinker, very rare.
Well, yeah, you can always go make that as I'm answering a question. Okay. So we're gonna take a look at the prices of Bitcoin. I got my shitcoin maximalist hat. I tweeted out a little 2-minute blurb about Ethereum. Man, this DeFi nonsense. Have you actually looked into DeFi, Patrick? It is insane. I started looking at DeFi, and it's worse than ICOs. It's actually worse. I didn't know that was possible. I usually avoid researching stupid, but when I end up researching stupid, it's usually a lot stupider than I initially expected. And DeFi did not disappoint. Like all these, and by DeFi, I'm specifically focusing on yield farming.
Right, and I think, I'm not sure I 100% understand what yield farming is, but Vitalik even himself said that yield farming is not sustainable. So if he knows it's not gonna work long-term, I think it's probably a huge red flag right there.
Yeah, because Vitalik thinks that Ethereum is gonna work long-term. So also Vitalik thinks many things that are insane. But so I can explain to you in less than 2 minutes what yield farming is. So yield farming is when you lock up or stake a coin of others perceive as valuable. So we're talking, I mean, no one is dumb enough to, stake Bitcoin because you have to because you're giving up your private key. But if you're already holding Ethereum, and technically the Ethereum Foundation has your private key anyway, because they can do whatever the hell they want with it. So if you're holding anything but Bitcoin, I can make the argument you don't own your private key regardless. So it doesn't really matter who holds it. And so if you hold Ethereum or any other shitcoin that someone else wants to buy, you stake it in some protocol, and then you earn another token from it. So the concept of yield farming is you want to go out and find the a project like any other like let's say you, Patrick, want to create a motorist coin. So you create a motorist coin and you want to fairly distribute it to people. So you say, hey, you stake your Ethereum, and if you stake your Ethereum on my protocol, you will earn motorist coin. So yield farming is trying to find the best of these self-printed tokens that you can then sell for more of the shitcoin you're staking or Bitcoin.
Well, I think that a lot of these scam coins have something in common. This is kind of like the new rage. I know a long time ago you said anything that's proof of stake is a scam, but I think it's even past proof of stake. I think it's this lockup thing. That's one of the reasons why I think Dash pumped, is because so many of the Dash coins were locked up in these masternodes. And it's the same thing with.
Oh shit! I forgot to attach my microphone.
It's the same thing with the with the Richard Schuler coin. You have to lock it up for this long period of time. So that's what kind of is able to manipulate the market. You have this small liquidity. So if people are locking up coins, and then all of a sudden people are surprised that the price is pumping, it's like, well, you already know you can't sell it because your coin is locked up. So I think it's a very devious scam to make the market price jump and get people excited in it.
Yeah, well, no, it's a way to print your own coin and try to make some money from it, giving it away to people, while you, of course, hold the majority of it, and then you sell it as well. And then if you get it to pump, like Chainlink is so useless and so scammy and yet people, you know, buy into it, and then the Winklevoss twins are selling it to, what's that guy's name, like $25,000 or $40,000 worth, which is of course ridiculous. And what was I gonna say?
Something
So,
about proof of stake or locking up coins.
oh yeah. So anyway, the whole thing is utterly nonsense. But how big can it go? It can go bigger than the ICO bubble. Who the hell knows? All right. Hey, before we get into the Q&A, so first things first, I need a little bit of help with something from the audience. How many live viewers we got? 300.
333.
All right. So before we get into the questions, before we jump onto the questions, I need I'm hanging out with some family members, and I'm gonna go to screen share, but we're not gonna look at the price of Bitcoin right away. So, do you guys know what so it's, I mean, it's an advanced coloring book. They're called adult coloring books because they're kind of for kids, but they're kind of advanced. They're not for kids. So, but the best way to like do it is to know where the places are. So here is one of my family members, one of the kids that colored this. So this is, you know, hand colored. It's like a giant thing of pencils. Like this takes days to do. But in order to get the colors really cool, you kind of need to know where these places are. So there's 50 coloring pages in this book, and there's like 6 that we cannot figure out where the hell they are. And so that's an example of one that's completed. This is an example of one that is almost completed. Oh, wait, hold on. That's a bad picture. So this is obvious. It's the London Bridge. So most of them are obvious. Actually, I say half of them are obvious, and half took a lot of Googling to figure out where they are. But some are insane. Like, as much as travel as I've done, I have no clue where the hell this is. So please, no guesses. But if someone actually knows where this is, like the city, please let us know. Because I have 6 of these that I got to figure out. So really dying to know where this is. So please let us know. So Patrick, so if you see decent candidates, and you can just Google them real quick on the side there to verify, because someone's going to say Hong Kong, and it's obviously not, or someone else, someone else is going to say, like Zimbabwe, which is obviously not.
Okay, so based on I'm not going to say where I think it is, but based on the design, I have an idea of what region,
it's in Europe,
world it is. What is it?
It's definitely Europe.
Yeah, it's definitely Europe, but a specific part of Europe is what I would say. And we have one guess in the chat that is in that region that I was thinking. So I'm going to try to see if I can look it up.
All right, cool. So while you're looking that up, and it's awesome that you guys are going to participate with this. So we got 6 of these to figure out. And some of these were very interesting. Is that really Paris? Bridge to Notre Dame in Paris. Wow. And someone else is saying bridge in Germany. So we got, and someone else is saying Sweden. So again, guys, this is what I said by try not to guess. Like if you actually know, I mean, it's all the same area, but, and someone else is saying it's Cologne. See, now we're getting more specific.
So the pictures, Tone, the pictures that you had before, not this one, but that was already colored.
Yeah.
Not this one. That's obviously London Bridge. That one, obviously we know where that is because of the flag.
Well, it helps when the flag's there, but then you have like these 3 stripes, and you'll see one of these. We're trying. I have another one.
So that's Christian.
Oh, we eventually figured it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's Christian Chauvin. I don't know about the bridge that you showed. I'm going to try to find that one. That one.
All right. So anyway, so while you guys are trying to figure that out, and we're going to go this one at a time because I don't want to show other pictures until we figure one out. So unless we completely give up, people are saying Cologne, Germany. I've been to Cologne, which would really like make me seem like an idiot if this is Cologne, Germany, and I've been to Cologne and I couldn't remember that this is Cologne, Germany. All right. So let's glance at the price of Bitcoin, see what's going on, and then we'll do some Q&A. The weekly chart looks absolutely awesome. This is a nice bullish candle right here. And we are working on a new weekly high. This would be the highest weekly high in over 2 years. and it's already Saturday. So this is great. That's a very bullish sign, and I remain bullish on the weekly chart of Bitcoin. Daily chart, we are dangerously close to breaking out of this triangle, which would be sweet. I really think that we're going to pull back right here. I'm not crazy optimistic into the tomorrow. It can look. The probability is we're breaking out. But if I'm going to micro manage Bitcoin over the next, let's say, 72 hours, I think Bitcoin is going to pull back. Bitcoin loves to go up on Saturday and loves to pull back on Sunday. At least that's what I've seen. And I do think there is a high probability of pulling back to 11.6, 11.7, and then breaking out early next week. But we can break out later tonight. So this triangle is looking great to me. And I do think we're going to break out to 13 and then potentially go to 14 before a more severe pullback. So Bitcoin analysis right now is very, very simple. As you can see, we perfectly got rejected by this line. But once we break this line, it's on. So I still think we have and we did pull back. I didn't even see that in the last 4 hours. The CMF is amazing. The RSI looks good. The MACD looks good. Everything on a 4-hour looks great. I'm sure the BitMEX funding rate is a little troublesome. Let me see here. BitMEX funding rate. Oh man, this Saroon. I really need this Saroon to break out. We are at 48, but like I told you guys yesterday, I would not get out of this yet. I would stay long. I would still be long normally. The Arun going below 50% is not a good sign. But I know if we break above 12,000, the Arun's going to spike, and it's going to spike pretty nicely. So it's not looking bad at all. So I would not leave yet, especially since the red line is at 0. That means there's really no risk at all for potential for a breakdown, if you understand how to trade that indicator. I am looking at the BitMEX funding rate, and it's not good. And this is what is making me a little concerned about not breaking out imminently tonight. Okay, so Patrick, you have to validate the location? Cologne.
So yeah, Tone, I sent you a picture. So I think we know where it is. So I sent you a picture from Google.
Oh, beautiful. All right. Yep, that's exactly it. Cologne Bridge. Good job, guys.
So whoever said Cologne first, good for you.
Yeah. Yeah, find out who that is. Find out who that is. I want to.
I'm looking.
Yep. Just scroll up the chat. I'm sending it. I'm sending. I'm texting that to someone. Cool. All right, one down.
So
we're gonna do a little Q&A.
It was Anderson Gamma. So I believe you're the first person who said it. Misspelled Cologne, but they said it. They had the correct.
Perfect. That sounds like me. What's his name?
Anderson Gamma.
Anderson Gamma. I'm looking for you, Anderson. I'm gonna. So the reward for getting it right is being a moderator of the Tone Vays YouTube channel.
There you go.
Anderson, you know what? Why don't you just type something? Okay, so there he is. There's Anderson. Gotcha, man. Thanks. Good job.
He said you are well.
All right, cool. We got it. All right, so this BitMEX funding rate worries me a little bit, but all the other metrics are good. Look, the MACD isn't great, and the ADX is also telling you to potentially get out, but I would not be getting out. I like this triangle. The triangle trumps everything here. Everything here gets trumped by the triangle. If you look at the history of the daily chart since the crash, it's basically been 3 chart patterns, and all 3 of them freaking hit their targets. So the triangle trumps all, and I would be bullish right here. All right. That's it. Throw a question at me. I'll answer 1 or 2 questions, and then I'll grab another image.
Sure thing. Okay, so so I have a question for Tone Vays. You said Bitcoin dominance must be 90% roughly to succeed, how do you think this will happen? One, Bitcoin pumping so hard, outperforms alts, or two, alts crashing to near zero?
So it can be either. I'm not impartial over there. So let me just correct the statement that predated that set up that question for a second. I guess I could pull up Bitcoin dominance chart. And by the way, if you go to my Twitter, actually, I'm not even going to pull up the Bitcoin dominance chart. If you go to my Twitter, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you probably should. I really don't tweet out that much, but I now have a couple of people that are helping me with these 2-minute videos. Wow, do I really follow Roger Ver that he shows up first on my Twitter feed? That's not that's embarrassing, but okay. Let me see my profile. Who you got for the NBA first ever play-in game? Portland or Memphis? Oh, definitely Portland. Portland for sure.
Doesn't matter.
Portland's got a good squad. Portland's got a good squad. They're gonna give Los Angeles Lakers a real series in that first round.
Lakers in 5.
Oh, I don't know about that. I say Lakers in 6, but Portland's playing good, man. I'm not even paying attention that much, but Portland's playing good. College football is going to be delayed. So here, so this video here, let me do this, and I can't. Okay, so maybe I could do this. So here, are you worried about Bitcoin dominance? So watch this little video. It's only 2 minutes. So check that out. Okay, so I'm not saying Bitcoin has to have 90% dominance. I would like for Bitcoin to have 90% dominance. I believe Bitcoin will have 90% dominance. But here is another outlook, and I haven't talked about this in a while, is that Bitcoin can be at 20% dominance, and all these other shitcoins could be 80% dominance, and Bitcoin is 20. As long as Bitcoin is no more than, as long as no other shitcoin is no more than 3% dominant over Bitcoin, Bitcoin will take off. So right now, Ethereum is at about 15%, 15 to 20%. And then you have Ripple, which is like at about 6, 7%. And that's it. So right now, I believe there's only 2 shitcoins that are more than 3% of Bitcoin's market cap. As long as that remains, as long as there's a single shitcoin that is more than 3% of Bitcoin's value, Bitcoin is going to struggle. So Bitcoin has to separate from the field. It's kind of irrelevant if there is, 38,000 shitcoins and each one of them has some value. It still makes them irrelevant. Bitcoin needs to separate from every one of them individually. That's more important than Bitcoin separating from them in aggregate. So I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that's 100% true. And I was thinking about that to see if there was a way you could possibly make a Bitcoin dominance that takes that into account. There might be some mathematical formula, some way to do that. But that's the important point. What part of the dominance is down because there's more shit coins, and what part of the dominance is down because the number 2 and number 3 are actually have some market cap? That's an important distinction.
Oh, guys, can I show you something? So look, the reason why the MRI indicator has been severely delayed is because, unfortunately, I lost contact with my developer. And when you lose contact with your developer, you don't know what happens. And I didn't want to, outsource the work to another developer. I wanted to wait as long as humanly possible. So after waiting a month with 0 work done to the MRI indicator, I had to go out and get another developer for the MRI indicator. So we have another iteration. So remember these stars? So what I'm doing is, I want to show you guys real quick, because I was going to go look at the Baltic Dry Index. So what I'm doing here is, because I don't want to tell people when to buy and when to sell. That's not what I do. I teach people how to make their own decisions. And when and all of this is going away, by the way, there's going to be a lot of changes. So here, when you get your indicator, really cool stuff here. There will be no stars. So you're about to see all these stars go away. And the stars, remember how I used to say buy a 2 above a 1, buy a 3 below a 2. So all these numbers have gone away. And the stars have become customizable. So you get to choose what you define as a trend. And this will have a long, like multi-hour video explaining it. But here, a trend change, there is a closed condition and an extreme condition. So here is an example. I'm looking at a stock. So I want it used to be called a price flip, but that notation will no longer be present. So I will usually set the following conditions. I want to close lower than the first candle of a new trend, and I want to trade higher or lower than that trend and then the prior candle. So you can, and then these additional conditions apply to after the arrows. So you can actually alter your stars. So here are these stars, but then you can alter them based on the asset and how sensitive you want it to be, how early you want to jump into the trend. So you can say over here, you can say first candle as well. So you have all, you're going to have all this, all these options to decide how you want these stars to enter you in and out of trades. It will be up to you. So a lot of cool stuff. So I'm hoping to have this indicator done. I'm hoping by the end of the month. I spent like all day yesterday testing. So hopefully by the end of the month, I will be able to release this. You'll still have access to the old one if you had it, but the old one will be decommissioned and you can only buy the new one. And we're going to fix that memory thing on it because TradingView put a limit. Okay, Baltic Dry Index.
That was one of the questions, by the way. So.
And add that to my index list. So I know what the Baltic Dry Index is from my days on Wall Street. How do I find it? Shit. Can the person that asked me for the Baltic Dry Index, because I'm actually curious, that's why I'm doing it. Do you have a ticker for it?
I'll ask in the chat.
Is that it? No, it's not. Shit. I've looked at it before. What if I just do a search for dry? Yeah, if someone can post a ticker for the Baltic Dry Index, I'll check it out.
BDIY.
BDIY, perfect. So the Baltic Dry Index measures global shipping freight, like what do you call it? Shipping freights. No, see, that doesn't work. So BDIY is not the Baltic Dry Index on TradingView, unfortunately.
Let me see if I can Google it.
Again, guys, try not to guess. Like, if you don't know the answer, just don't answer. BDRY, thank you.
I also got BDI when I Googled it.
Oh, so it is that one. Is it? No, that's not it.
Try BDI.
That's an ETF. I want the index. What are your thoughts on Square? My thoughts on Square are the same as my thoughts on Tesla. It's they run a good business. I can look at the ETF, but that's not what I wanted. The Baltic Dry
what
Index
about-
is in the thousands
I don't know if
and when it comes to the value.
I got on Bloomberg, it says
The Baltic
BDI.
Dry Index is rising, which means that shipping is rising, if this is the index. Let's just try to search for Baltic. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Like if I can't find it, Baltic Horizon Fund, Baltic, I've found it before. Freight route, Baltic futures, maybe.
I had one that said BDIY:IND as an index, but I don't know if that's it.
I don't know about this. I don't know about this, guys.
It's possible TradingView just doesn't have it.
It's not BDIY. I tried that. It's not. I get nothing. Sorry, guys. All right. Anyway, the Baltic Dry Index measures shipping freight, and it's a good forward-looking indicator. So if you see the Baltic Dry Index start to rise, that means that there's more commerce. So, you know, it's like economy is doing better. When the Baltic Dry Index drops,
Bitcoin.
Don't see it, guys. Don't see it.
Bitcoin for Girls is saying that shipping is rising in the chat. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what she said.
When the Baltic Dry Index turns, that means that there's, you know, the global commerce is going down and things aren't looking good. What are my thoughts on BitMax KYC? It was inevitable. We all knew it was coming. You still have some options. You can go check out the Vays affiliate page. And I'm going to do an interview with Deribit. I've been texting with the CEO. And we're going to try and get him on. Check out the terms of Deribit. And they also, I mean, just check it out. So Deribit does basic KYC, very basic. And then it does more advanced KYC, like what BitMax does, if you're going to be withdrawing more than 1 Bitcoin per day. So check that out. Check out Deribit. Also check out Bybit. Of course, check your jurisdictions to make sure you are legally allowed to trade there. And if you are a US resident, you can always check out LVL, which is unlimited trading for $9 a month, but I believe it's only Bitcoin. And don't forget other affiliates like TradingView and, of course, TorGuard, the VPN service. So Embly should be back up and running any day. Check this out. Check out this bad boy. Hold on. I got to take camera off. I got to take screen share off. Remind me to put screen share back on, Patrick. I just got my new Embly card. I know. I'm like a VIP customer there. Check it out. Check it out. It's now 2 colors, man. Look at that. Hold on. I'm going to. Oh, wow. Wait. It just got bright here. I got to raise brightness on my laptop. I'm going to do a speaker view. Check that out. Look how cool that is. Isn't that awesome?
Tone, I got set up on Level, so I think Level for a US customer is a really good alternative to Cash App. And they don't, unfortunately, you might think of this as being bad news, but they don't have, they're not just.
Hey, Patrick, are you saying something?
Yeah.
How come I don't hear you anymore? Is that on my end or on your end?
I don't know if the.
I don't hear you.
But I'm gonna.
Can you hear me?
I can hear me. I can hear you.
I think it's on your end.
Okay. I'll change mics.
Nothing's changed on my end. All right, we lost Patrick there for a minute. Tone, what are your opinions on a Binance card? I don't have any opinions on the Binance card. I've always said from the beginning that Binance cheated to get where they are. They cheated by creating a shitcoin, BNB coin, which Oh, you guys can hear Patrick, but I can't hear Patrick. So it is on my end. Hold on. Because I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you?
Not sure.
I got you back.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so I was going to say on Level, because you were talking about Level, I just set up my Level account, and it's a really good alternative to Cash App, in my opinion. But the only downside, I mean, it's not a downside, I guess it's a good side or a downside to Level, is they're not just BTC, they're Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. So if you do want to trade in and out of shit.
Oh, they do have they do have shitcoins. Okay, I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Yeah, so they should be cheaper to acquire your Bitcoin than the Cash App.
Right, because you just pay a monthly fee. You're not paying each time you buy. So makes sense.
Right, guys, I already gave my thoughts on BitMax KYC. It was going to be inevitable. It was coming. So if the BitMax KYC bothers you, you have a couple of alternatives. You have Deribit and you have Bybit. That's why I'm doing this, showing a screen share. Now, Deribit also has a KYC, but take a look at it. Look at the details. It's very non-intrusive for up to 1 Bitcoin withdrawals. Of course, check your jurisdiction before trading there, and check out the other affiliates as well. And I just showed you guys my Embly card. Embly card, I really like it, but I know they ran into some regulatory issues, but they're back up and running. So probably sometime next week or the week after, you'll be able to go and get your card. Okay. Where are we going next? Okay, so since we found the bridge in Cologne, I'm going to throw one more picture out there and then get some more Q&A questions ready for me.
Okay.
Okay, so next up we have this place. It's also I also believe it's in Europe, and it looks very familiar to me, but I was not able to figure it out, unfortunately. So we found Cologne, so I'm going to close that. And now we have to find this place. So I don't know where that is, but if you do, that would be very much appreciated by members of my family that are trying to get this coloring book. It's like 50 famous places, but in order to, this is one of my family members that did this, which is really cool looking. But in order to really get the colors right, you kind of want to know where the place is. So where the hell is this? It's got to be like some European island or something. So there you go. That's the challenge. So what are the questions? What do we got, Patrick?
Yes. Hold on a second.
Oh, everyone is saying Prague. I've been to Prague like 8 times, and it does look. You know what? It was the water that threw it off. That looked like the ocean. That does look like Prague. And I even complain, how come there's nothing in this book from Prague? Yeah, it looks like Prague to me too. Well, there's no bridge involved. Yeah, if you're gonna do Prague, you gotta do I would have done the clock. I would have done some of their bridges, Charles Bridge. There are so many cool places in Prague, but like this just doesn't make sense for Prague. It looks like Prague, but it's not. I don't think it is. Oh, we got some specific. St. Coleman's Cathedral. All right, Patrick's looking that up. Sorry, what was the question, Patrick?
Oh, just what type of tequila is that?
Oh, so it's not, so this is not usually the tequila that I get. I'm a big fan of the añejo and the extra añejo, the extra aged stuff. This is, I kind of have to drop screen share for this. This is a Partida Reposado, but there's a but coming. So a Partida Reposado is a decent tequila, and it's worth about $35, about $35. The Partida Añejo, which is extra aged, usually goes for about 50. This is a Reposado that goes for about $55 because it was aged in a special whiskey barrel. So it's like a special barrel Reposado. So it is of as good of a quality as an añejo tequila, which is aged over a year, even though it's aged a year or less. But it's as of a quality of something that's been aged for multiple years. So it's just, and I keep buying the same tequila from this one liquor store that bought the entire barrel. So it's like 300 bottles. And I've been doing it pretty much since the quarantine. And until they run out of bottles, this is the tequila I've been drinking. So this has been my tequila for the last 6 months, other than some presents. So people have given me some very good tequilas, like the Jose Cuervo Family Reserva, which is the extra añejo. It's about $110 bottle. So I had that as a present. So I cracked that open on the halving show. And then I had one more, like $100 bottle of tequila, which I also finished for a special occasion. But other than that, this has been my tequila for the summer of 2020 until this bottle runs out, until the barrel runs out at the liquor store. And I think I'm the only one buying it. So I don't think anyone knows how good this is, which I don't mind keeping it that way.
Tone, can you put up that picture again? I just want to compare the
Oh,
pictures.
yeah. By the way, you also have those pictures in our Q&A.
Oh, yeah, I do have them. You did send them to me. That's true.
But yeah, I'm going back to screen share anyway.
Because I got a picture of St. Coleman's up on Google, but I want to see if it's the same one.
Well, you want to look for that, the window with the circle right there. That will give it away, and also this like winding road or whatever the hell that is.
I mean, yeah, it's a cathedral on the water. I do see that circle, so it's definitely it. That's in St. Coleman's Cathedral in Coba.
Where?
It's in Ireland.
Where?
Ireland.
Oh, there's no way in hell I was gonna get that.
I mean,
I've been to Dublin. I mean,
I'm probably
to Ireland.
Coba. It's probably Cove or something. I don't know how they pronounce it. It's COBA.
Right, cool.
There's some weird Irish way to pronounce it, I'm sure.
All right, awesome. So we got 2. We got 4 more to go, but we're gonna take a break from guessing locations. But that's awesome. It's great. So we already got 2. Yeah. So shoot over that picture, and I'm gonna forward that to. Trust me, I spend. So like about out of the 50 pictures in this coloring book, I would say 25 were easy to guess. Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, things like that. Like very easy. Yeah. Great Wall of China, easy to get. And then another like 10 to 15, another 10 were hard to get. Like you had to have been to that city. And well, like a mosque in Turkey, like if you haven't been to Turkey, like you wouldn't know. But I have, so I was able to get that one. And then I haven't been to Shanghai, but my parents were, so they were like, oh, that's Shanghai. And then there were like about 10 that we spent hours and hours like Googling and guessing. And then there were 6 that we just cannot figure out. And these are the 6.
By the way, shout out to Nicholas in the chat, who correctly named the cathedral and where it was. Nicholas.
Oh, nice. All right, Nicholas, I'm going to make you a moderator.
Oh, wait, someone else got it first. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, Nicholas.
Sorry, hold on. I got Coleman's Cathedral. I guess that's close enough. Let me see who else. Anybody else got it? All right, I'll give it to the Coleman's Cathedral guy because he also said it was in Ireland, but it's some weird handle, D3L74F1V3. He got it.
Oh yeah, I got him.
Okay.
But we can give Nicholas mod permissions as well.
Sure, why not?
Nicholas, say something.
He said it's pronounced Delta 5. His handle.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Okay, so it is pronounced Cove. It's written COBH, but it's pronounced Cove, COVE. It's like the Irish pronunciation.
All right, very cool. All right, forwarding the message. And we're moving on with Q&A. This is kind of fun. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I'll get you another question here.
I can't really drink too much, unfortunately. No barbecue today. I got a birthday to celebrate, not mine. and we're going to a restaurant for a nice steak. But I got a really good bottle of wine that I brought with me, so as long as they let us bring it to the restaurant, and that'd be great. I don't care how much the cork fee is; can be more than 10, 15 bucks.
We got a question about an index. I don't know too much about this index. What are your views on ARKK? I believe this is an index of some kind.
ARKK. TR Innovation ETF. ARK. I have no idea what this is. I can talk about the TA, but whatever it is, it looks good. So whatever the innovation ETF is, it's innovating pretty damn well because it's up 3x. Not 3x, but close to 3x since the crash, and it's doing well. Looks like it's at an all-time high. We're testing the new MRI indicator on it on a daily scale. That was like a beautiful ascending triangle. Like it doesn't like absolutely gorgeous. Tops right there with the MRI top. We can stick the ascending triangle on it. I mean, it looks great. It borderline broke out. It can pull back a little bit, come back out. I like it. Looks good. I'm bullish on the daily. We can glance at. All right, come on, delete. Oh, all right, hold on. So my keyboard on my laptop's still broken. So I have to use a portable Bluetooth keyboard. Looks like this. Like folds into itself. Which is why I really want to buy that new laptop, but it's sold out. So I'm waiting. We can look at the oscillators. All right, what's going on? Can you hear me, Patrick?
I can hear you. What's up?
Okay, good. No, I don't know. Just my computer is being a mess. Oscillators look okay. And the weekly chart, let's see if there's anything. Am I right? Ooh, that's a concern. So while the daily looks good, the weekly looks toppy. We topped perfectly on that 2 right there. And we got another 2. And then we have the C extension ending. And this is not good. So maybe a little more of a slowdown, maybe a few more weeks of grind. I am leaning a little more bullish than bearish, but that's a big run up. See, when you ask me to look at something after it has moved 3x, there's not much I can tell you. I mean, the best time to get involved in this thing is when it's breaking prior swing high, not when it's made a new ridiculously unsustainable all-time high. So this is not when I want to discover something. I want to discover something here. That's when I want to discover it, like here, not up there. So there's not much advice I can tell you. It still looks like it's ready to break out daily, but on a weekly scale, it looks like it's done. And then it needs a break. All right, what else we got?
So Nicholas just chimed in. He said that when I said it was the London Bridge, I was wrong. It's actually the Tower Bridge. The Tower Bridge. My bad. I just sent you. I don't know if you want to look at this later, or if you want to look at it now. But I just forwarded you something that Bitcoin for Girls sent me regarding shipping from Zero Hedge. So
Okay.
if you want to look at it now, or if you want, it's an article, so you may just want to look at it later. But
all right, no, just send it to me.
Yeah, it's in the Q&A chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's.
Oh, yeah, she sent it to me as well. She DM'd
Okay,
me.
she sent it to you too. Okay, good.
I'm not a fan of Zero Hedge, guys. I'm not a fan of Zero Hedge. Like, they're okay. Zero Hedge is pretty good for just don't read their opinion. Like, this is good. This is probably terrible. Well, like Zero Hedge's opinions are insane. But they do, break the stories quickly, and they do, when they quote the story, they quote it factually. But their opinion of what it means is usually insane.
And
so let's see what they
ARK
say.
Investments is an investor in Tesla, I believe, or they're a Tesla bull. That's what ARK
Oh,
Investment.
well, wait. So it's like a hedge fund thing. So it's like an investment ETF fund.
According to Fabio in the chat, ARK Investments is one of the major Tesla bulls. That's what Fabio said in the chat.
Okay, right. So it's an ETF of a fund, you know, like Warren Buffett's company. I mean, yeah, if they can pick better stocks than you can, then yeah, that's where you can buy the ETF. Sure. Very good question from Shruti. Put that on your list, Patrick.
All right, we'll do. I see it.
And I have no idea, and I don't know what a S2F is. So I have
stock to flow. Stock to
oh,
flow.
stock to flow. Okay. The guys, I've given my thoughts on stock to flow a million times. It's
I know this one's like you want to talk about it.
I mean, Dean introduced stock to flow, and Plan B decided to make a career out of it, and it's good, but I wouldn't. It's good as a long-term concept for why Bitcoin will always go up in price and why Ethereum is stupid, but like I wouldn't base any short-term trading on it. That's insane. Okay, so what do we got here? The Trans-Pacific established market is going crazy. Exclaimed somebody, whatever. Sure, current dynamic. Okay, but what do they say? All of us thought that because of the pandemic, consumption would go down. Instead, it has gone up, at least temporarily. Sure, I mean, check out the article, guys. I don't know. I'm still a little skeptical. All this money printing can make people spend money, but this is also why Bitcoin is going up. So this goes into that question from Shruti Gupta, who says, if deflation is coming, why do you think gold is bullish? Well, gold is bullish because of this. Gold is bullish because the government's printing a lot of money. And gold is bullish because of speculation. Gold is bullish because a company like MicroStrategies just bought $250 million worth of Bitcoin. Other companies that aren't as forward-looking and aren't in the technology space, they're gonna look at the same reasoning. Like MicroStrategies bought Bitcoin because they don't, they're scared of where the dollar is gonna go in the future, and the dollar is the best fiat currency we have in the world, most stable, most trusted. So they're scared of where the dollar might go, and they bought Bitcoin. But most people aren't going to buy Bitcoin because it's too scary for them. So they're going to go and buy gold. So gold's going up in the world of deflation because people are scared as to, all this extra money printing. And the reason there's deflation is because people are losing their jobs and they're scared. So most people are cutting back on their spending. So if you cut back on your spending because you're worried that you're not going to find a job, you're going to store as much cash as possible. But if you have enough cash to be really concerned about the future of the cash that you're storing, you're going to want to move that cash into something else. And for some people, that something else is going to be gold. And for other people, that something else is going to be Bitcoin. But the point is, those that have enough cash to be concerned with are going to look to put it somewhere else. And that is how gold can rise in price in deflation, because of speculation. People's speculation can trump inflation, just like people's stupidity in the crypto space trumps logic, and we have yield farming. Same concept.
Just some more info on ARK. I'm going to send you some more questions, but there's some more info on ARK. Apparently, they invest in 5 innovation sectors, according to Jeev. Autonomous driving, which is why they invest in Tesla, 3D printing, genomics, and 2 other ones, which he doesn't know. And then someone said it could be Bitcoin, but we don't know.
What the hell is genomics?
I'm assuming genomics has to do with like some sort of genetic treatment, genetic therapy. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Sounds good.
All right, so I'm sending you a question right now, Tone. It's USD CFH, I believe. Someone wants you to look at. And I'll send it to you right now.
Yeah, and someone is asking if gold's still bullish. Yes, gold is still bullish. Elon Musk hasn't even gotten to Mars yet. He ain't close to a single asteroid, trust me. Well, when Elon Musk lands a man on Mars that actually stays on Mars for more than 3 seconds, we can talk about the scare of asteroid mining. It's not, I don't expect it to happen in my lifetime, so I'm not very concerned.
And
And neither is
Voltaire says,
anybody else.
ARK does own BTC. So for whatever that's worth.
Right. So ARK looks like it looks like a fund that knows what they're doing. But if the next thing you tell me they also own Ripple, then I'm gonna say ARK is a fund that doesn't know what they're doing.
All right, so we got USD CHF, which is Swiss franc, used to range around 1.1. Now USD lost 10%. People fleeing USD ? Can you take a look at that pair?
Yeah, sure. Let's go to the FX tab. Swiss franc, CHF.
Yep.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Looks like it's down, according to me.
Oh, but I heard screaming and I was just curious what the hell it was, but it turns out it was a television.
It's Jason. You're out in the lake woods, Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, the bees around here are really loving the tequila too. Hovering on my bottle. Okay, so here's the Swiss franc. Here's the daily chart of Swiss franc. Oh, sorry, weekly chart of Swiss franc. Right. So the Swiss franc is appreciate. So this is US dollars in Swiss francs. So this is the cost of dollars in Swiss francs. So it's dropping. That means the Swiss franc is rising. Right. The USD, people have been a little concerned with all the dollar printing that's happening. So speculators are selling US dollars and buying other currencies. And if we look at it from a TA perspective, the weekly scale certainly has a little more room to the downside, even though the B, the extension, the second most important extension, B, has completed, but we just had a new weekly low close, and I would still be bullish Swiss franc versus the dollar on a weekly scale. It also broke a very critical support line, and the support line that's been holding for over a year. So I still think there's a little more upside for the Swiss franc versus the dollar. On a daily scale, the TA also hit its B level, but this is not a good looking picture. And I believe it does have some more room to the downside, which means bad for the dollar, good for the franc. Well, unless you're actually living in Switzerland, in which case it's bad for the franc and good for the dollar. Because when your currency rises, your exports become expensive. So what is Switzerland exporting these days besides knives and cheese? And they're not exporting banking, which is kind of dropping. So whatever the hell you're buying from Switzerland is going to become more expensive. So if it's other than knives and cheese, it's going to be more expensive. So it's not that great for Switzerland. When your currency rises in price, it's actually not that great for you. Yeah, I can take a look at the VIX after we look at a few currencies. So speaking of Peter Schiff, so a lot of people compare me to Peter Schiff when it comes to my views on anything but Bitcoin in the crypto space. But there's a huge fallacy with that statement. You can't compare me to Peter Schiff because I understand what a blockchain is. I know what a blockchain is, and I understand Bitcoin. So when you call Bitcoin maximalist the Peter Schiff of the crypto space, that makes absolutely no sense. Peter Schiff refuses to understand Bitcoin. Peter Schiff refuses to understand the purpose of a blockchain, the function of a blockchain. He refuses to understand what makes Bitcoin unique. So calling Bitcoin maximalist Peter Schiff of the crypto space is insane because I understand what the crypto space is, probably better than most people.
The huge difference is that I think Peter Schiff, when he first heard of Bitcoin, he just had a knee-jerk reaction that it wasn't gold and it was bad. But with us, people like you and me, and with altcoins, we actually did at some point consider altcoins, and we looked into it. And then the more we looked into it, the more we realized there's nothing there. It's not a rival to Bitcoin.
Right. See, the big difference is the first moment I heard about Bitcoin in early 2011, I did not dismiss it. It may have even been 2010. I heard about Bitcoin. I'm going to do a screen share in case you make a short video. So I heard about Bitcoin because of Max Keiser on his show, when he was talking about it in terms of WikiLeaks donations. Now, the rumor for WikiLeaks donations broke in December of 2010, and WikiLeaks accepted Bitcoin donations in June. Oh, beautiful. I got some more ice for more tequila. Nice.
Just one. And for me.
Wait, you want tequila or that's for you? All right.
Do you want ice?
Yeah. I can use an ice.
Bring your guest on.
So here's what we're doing. So I'm taking the ice, so I can pour. I'm taking the ice so I can pour myself a little tequila, and then I'm gonna pour tequila here.
Okay.
And now you can go get some ice. Oh boy, there it is. All right.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, Patrick, say again.
I was saying, why don't you bring your guest on so we can see him?
It's not a good idea. Let me not dox certain people. So here's the thing. I heard about Bitcoin in the WikiLeaks situation of WikiLeaks considering or starting accepting Bitcoin donations. Like, I don't remember, but the rumor for WikiLeaks beginning to accept Bitcoin donations started in December of 2010. WikiLeaks accepted Bitcoin donations in June of 2011. So somewhere between December 2010 and June 2011, I heard about Bitcoin, and I did not dismiss it. I didn't dismiss it. I thought it was interesting. And then in 2010, I kept hearing, 2012, I kept hearing about it. 2011 and 2012, I kept hearing about it. And in 2012, I started Googling Bitcoin. And I found it interesting. But all I kept ending on in my Google searches was how to mine Bitcoin. And I did not have the time, nor did I want to do that. So I never got into it. But in 2013, I discovered what local Bitcoins was. And I was really, really pissed that I didn't discover local Bitcoins in 2012. So I never dismissed Bitcoin from day one. And once I got into Bitcoin, in 2013 and 2014, I was actually found altcoins very, very interesting as well. And the first panel I ever spoke on in Hong Kong at a conference called Inside Bitcoins, Hong Kong, May 2014, was my first public speaking appearance. And I was sitting on a panel called Altcoins versus Bitcoin. And I was the guy that was making a case for altcoins. And I was sitting next to a guy named Farag. Oh man, I forgot his name. He's still in the space borderline. So I was sitting next to a guy that was basically a Bitcoin maximalist of 2014. And I was the guy that was making the case for altcoins. And it felt like after the panel, he was more open to altcoins based on my arguments. And then we go a few years later, and he's all into altcoins and became a Bcasher, and I'm the Bitcoin maximalist. So I did find altcoins interesting in 2013 and 2014, but by the time 2015 rolled around, I have fully understood what all that shit is. So by the time Ethereum was launching, I knew that it was nonsense, and it's still nonsense. So you can't possibly compare people like me to Peter Schiff, because I have read a shit ton of white papers and I understand the space. So it's not a fair comparison. It just makes no sense. You may not agree with my opinion, or you may not agree with my facts on these shitcoins, but they're all shitcoins. They have no value in the long
Speaking of Max Keiser and shitcoins, I just sent you a tweet Max Keiser did this afternoon. So just a couple of hours ago. So I just sent you a tweet that Max Keiser made. I don't know if you want to take a look at it.
Well, I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna have everybody take a look at it, right? There's no point of like me reading it on the sideline here. So let me do screen share.
By the way, have you seen this tweet before I send it to you?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
Max Coin, oh boy. So look, I love Max. So I remember when Max was launching Max Coin. I actually so I got a good story about this. Max, I hope you're watching. If not, somebody will send it to you. Don't worry. So I was still working on Wall Street, and I had a friend, like the IT guy at my company, at the Wall Street company. It was a smaller company. It was only like 100 something employees, and he was sitting not far from me. So I got him into Bitcoin back in 2014 we're talking about. And but he gets into Bitcoin and he starts getting into mining and he really starts getting into shitcoins. And he was really looking forward to Max Coin. And we were watching your Max Keiser episode where you went to launch Max Coin live on air. And they were showing the screen of the laptop and the code as the guy hit the execution button. And then it cut away because there was like an error in the code. So we were watching that. So let me finish reading the tweet. Exactly. Max Coin is shit emoji, but everyone has to go through the experience themselves. Luckily, the Max Coin creators abandoned it after a few weeks, so folks could still stack Bitcoin under $100. This is true of all shitcoins today, but Bitcoin is near 12,000, so a bit different. So this is a great tweet from Max Keiser. And because people still give him a lot of shit for Max Coin, I don't. Max gets a pass from me. Max gets a pass from me for several reasons. I mean, I remember when Max was promoting Cork on his show, which was very unfortunate. And Cork was just horrible. Though in Max's defense,
Cork was in the top 10, by the way. It was like 6th or 7th.
It was in the top 5.
Yeah.
Cork was as high as Chainlink is today. So Max Keiser promoting Cork in 2014 is a lot more defendable, or 2015, is a lot more defendable than Chainlink is today. Because today we have 5 more years of information that this shit is shit. So Max promoting Cork Coin in 2014 is defendable. Promoting Chainlink today is not defendable. I'm sorry. You're a scammer. You're a scammer. If you are promoting Chainlink, you are either too stupid or you're a scammer. I don't really care which one. I really don't care. I'm not going to be figuring out whether you're smart and you know Chainlink is a scam and you are pushing it onto people, scamming them, or you're not smart enough to figure out why it's dumb. Now, the only people involved in Chainlink that get a pass from me is if you are trading Chainlink and not discussing it. If you are trading Chainlink in your basement and you have never mentioned the word Chainlink, you're good. I have no problem with you. If you are trading Chainlink to earn more Bitcoin and you're able to do it successfully, you get a clap. But if you are promoting it publicly, there's only 2 reasons why you're doing it. 1, you're an idiot. And 2, you're scamming other people to unload your bags. You choose which one you'd rather be. I don't care. That's what happens when Tone has a few tequilas. Max, you get a pass because you went full circle and now you understand.
Did you already look at the VXX or
I did not. Let's go take a look at that. Or you know what? I do want to. I'm not going to be doing this for much longer, mostly because I'm drinking too much. So I need to throw another picture out there. So before I look at VXX, we need to find the next location. So I think I'm going to go with the hardest one because this I have no ability to Google at all. Like I don't even know how to start the Google search. So if you don't know where this is, there's no way you're going to be able to Google for this. So what the hell is that? Where is this? If anyone knows where this is, I would love to know. So in case anyone's wondering what the hell this is an adult coloring book. I did not draw this. I have better things to do with my time, unfortunately. Or though actually, this is probably a good relaxing mechanism. But this is a family member that is having a lot of fun with this coloring book. But it's best when you know where the place is so you can get the colors right. And we found some of these places like this in Ireland. But where the hell is this? So if you know where this is, please enlighten us. This is going to be probably the hardest one on the list. Wow.
Yes.
Lofoten, Norway. Wow, several people are saying Norway. Damn. Look at that. Lofoten, Norway. Corky. Looks like Corky is the first one. If that's legit, Corky gets a moderator. Oh, wait, didn't I promise a moderator to someone else?
Nicholas. Nicholas, he was the one who corrected us when I said London Bridge, he said it's the Tower Bridge, not the London Bridge. It looks like it, yeah. Whoever said Lofton, Norway, it's right. I'll send you the
Wow, sweet. Yeah,
image.
send me a good picture with a name with a link to the name and stuff.
Okay.
So I still don't see Nicholas in the chat to give to make him a moderator. So Corky said it first.
What's that?
Corky, you get to be a moderator. If you don't want to be a moderator, like text later, take me off a moderator list, and then I'll take you off. But you just became a moderator. Damn, that was quick. That's awesome. Good job, guys. All right, let's go take a look at the VIX. So I'm going to take a look at the VIX first, and then we'll look at VXX.
What's the difference?
So VIX is the actual volatility that is derived from the options of the S&P 500, and VXX is the tradable ETF.
Okay, important distinction. Because I knew what the VIX was, but I didn't know what the VXX was. That makes sense.
Right. So it's like that Baltic Dry Index, and then if there's a tradable version of it, but we couldn't find the Baltic Dry Index. So it looks like it's bottomed out. It looks like it doesn't want to go below 22. It looks like it's like rounding off. Like, look, like the market's at a new all-time high, but people are still concerned. VIX is still like 50% more higher because people are still, jittery here. So, and I think rightfully so. I do think the market is in need for a correction, even though I do think it's going to go higher. So this is the daily VIX. I don't think this chart's very useful. We can look at the weekly VIX. And if the weekly VIX is getting close to an MRI top, MRI bottom, which may have a few more days to go, a few more weeks to go, maybe 2 more weeks to go. So here's the last time the VIX had an MRI top and an MRI bottom. So we got a few more weeks. So that looks like the third candle in this bunch. And then you have 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you got about 2 more days to go. So next week, so on Monday or tomorrow night, you should have an orange arrow here, orange yellow arrow on the MRI. MRI should be completed by end of month, guys. And then we could have a reversal here. So maybe a few more weeks of downside for the VIX. And then I think the market should correct. Maybe it'll look like the Democrats are going to win the election and the market could like tank a little bit. So we'll see. ZNGA, any other questions, Patrick?
Yeah, there's a few. Bernoulli threw a few in there, and I threw a few more in there. But if you want to look at Zynga first, go ahead.
Yeah, so I didn't look at VXX, but the analysis is similar. I have no comment. We had if I turn on the tone-based volume, you'll see a giant red spike here. You see a giant green spike here. It had earnings. Big bounce. It's a weekly scale, I know. I have no opinion. I'm neither bullish nor bearish. It looks like it's more bearish than bullish. You had support, you had a double top, you broke support, you're pulling back to support. There's like 3 Bs around my tequila bottle. I have no idea how drunk they want to get, but I can open the lid for them. It looks like it pulled back to the area of the support, and it will most likely turn down, but it's also a sub $10 stock. I really don't have much of an opinion. I'm sorry, guys. All right, what else we got, Patrick?
Okay, so Jeev, he says, what are your thoughts on SPAQs? And on that note, can you take a look at SPCE? I think SPACs.
What's SPAQs?
I want to say it's some sort of energy index. I'm not sure.
Okay. But those are the tickers, right? SPAQ.
Yeah, SPAQ and then SPCE.
All right, because you said Q's plural, so it made it confusing for me. SPAQ.
That's how he wrote the question.
Again, no opinion. I'm sorry. I have no idea what the hell this is. When your asset goes up 100% in 3 days, 2.5, and then crashes back 50%, I don't know what to say. So it looks like the drop is over. Whatever caused the big pump was probably had a reason to it. It overpumped. It probably established the low, and the probability here that it's more likely to get back to 15 than to 10. But there's not that much I can say about this. All right, what else we got?
Same question. He said also on that note, can you take a look at SPCE? I didn't look up. I don't know what SPCE is. I'm hoping it's not a shitcoin.
Virgin Galactic Space
Holdings. It's a holding company.
No, holding company just means it's just a regulatory structure. It's the company Virgin Galactic. So I actually like this. I like this pullback. I like the pullback to the prior highs. I think this has a shot. The problem with Virgin Galactic is that it really favors the. I know people think that the rich are really going to get richer. I know people think that the rich are really going to get richer, but right now the environment is such you ain't exactly running out and buying Virgin Galactic like space flights. But the stock is speculative. I like the pullback. You're buying it at a nice discount. It's pumped way higher pre-pandemic. All this money printing, the rich may be buying space flights. So I kind of like it. The daily isn't giving you much on the TA front as far as sequential goes. The weekly has some more room. I lean a little bit bullish here. I lean slightly more bullish than bearish. Let's just put it that way. None of these metrics look good, so maybe I would wait. I would wait a little bit for the oscillators to turn. Once the oscillators turn, I would be more interested. So I'm leaning bullish, but everything other than this little turn last 2 days has been bearish. Hey, we found the hardest one, that village by the mountain.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a village.
Whoever did the Ireland thing, great job.
Yeah, yeah. No, the village by the mountain was harder. It's in Norway. And informing people that we're getting this. All right, one more, and then we got one more puzzle for you guys.
Okay, so Fabio says FAN, F-A-N, is on a very interesting trend tone. If you want to take a look, the index was mentioned by the late Tyler in one of his memorable lectures.
So I'm assuming it's the US thing, FAN?
FAN, I think it's
FAN?
wind energy or something.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Wind energy fan. Hey, Red Rick, love the comment. DeFi, dysfunctional Ethereum finance and inflation. I love it. Good job, Red Rick.
And Bernoulli was the one who sent that question to him. So thanks to Bernoulli in the chat for throwing that one in there.
Yeah, Bernoulli, thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. All right. So I'm looking at fan. The oscillators look good. Oh, look, alternative energy is going to do well. Look at that. Wow, look at that. See, it's hard for me to talk about it here. Like the time to ask me about this is like here when it's breaking the giant cup and handle and breaking this red resistance line. But if you look at the MRI, it had a beautiful top here. It had a useless top there. It had a decent top here, slowed it down. And now we're back to a top. So I would wait a little bit. I would wait for that green star. And once this indicator comes out, hopefully by the end of the month, those that have it will get to set your own parameters on how to make that green star to show you that there's a potential new uptrend coming. It looks good. It looks good, but it's gone up a lot. It's went from 10 to 17. That's a lot. So look, the stars aren't perfect. Here's a red star at the worst possible time. So nothing's perfect. There's going to be losing trades. But all these green stars did amazingly well. All right, let me get one more image here. Maybe we'll get through all 6. People are getting them really quick. Did I make? Oh wait, did I make that guy a moderator for getting the Norway thing? I think so, right? Yeah. Corky.
Yeah, was it Corky?
Got it. Corky got it. All right. So I'm gonna grab the next toughest one, or the next one I think is. We have 3 more to go, and I'm gonna try to get.
I think Bernoulli in the chat is saying that I'm the new Leah. I don't think so. So disagree with.
You should enter Miss New Hampshire or Mr. New Hampshire.
Well, I'm definitely
How come they don't have those? How come they have like Miss USA and Miss America pageants, but there's no like Mr. America or Mr. USA pageant?
Yeah, no.
I bet that would get good ratings because women will be watching. All right, we got one more for you. I think this is the next hardest. Because again, I don't know how to Google for this. So next challenge. Where the hell is this? Like this could actually be anywhere, like anywhere in the world. Like I'm guessing it's closer to the Middle East, like maybe the Republic of Georgia, or like I've been to those areas like Georgia, Azerbaijan, Turkey, but there's already 2 Turkeys in this book. And there are 2 different mosques, which I was able to find, but it wasn't easy because I recognized, the Turkish mosque. And one of them was easy. One of them was the Blue Mosque, which is very famous. But the other one is called the New Mosque. And that was not easy to figure out. So where the hell is that? That's your next challenge.
We got some, no, someone says it's Utah. I don't think so. Definitely not Utah.
I mean, I know Utah has like Arches National Park.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying Arches National Park, but it's not it.
I'm aware of Arches National Park, but I don't think it's.
No, that's definitely, no, that's not it.
This book has like 50 like city pictures, and they're all city. Like none of them are nature. So it just if there was nature in this book, I don't think Arches National Park would be the one nature place in the book. It's all like cities. Like there's 1,000 better scenic places around the world than Arches National Park. No offense to Arches.
I'm hoping it's not Greece, because if it's Greece, we got to make Sit guy Bob a mod, and he's a bit of a troll. I don't know if I want him as a mod, but Greece, well, and he said those are olive trees. So
Greece isn't helpful, guys. Googling Greece and trying to match this to a Google picture is not useful. So it needs to be way more specific. Something like Pont de Gord, France is a very specific.
All right, let's look it up.
Or Pravasika Brana in Czech is also very specific.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely
highly-
not France. It's not France.
It's not France. All right, so try Pravchika Brana in Czech Republic. Westeros, nice. So the next challenge question. Oh, we got another one for Pravchika Brana. Wow, that's probably it.
I'm trying to find it.
Hey, if a troll becomes a moderator, I can always take it away. The power I give, I can always remove.
Yeah, we've had to deal with that in the past.
Yeah, what the hell happened to that guy? He just went off the rails.
Yeah, I don't know. He actually just recently followed me on Twitter, which I found strange. After you blocked him, I think.
Yep, that's it. We got it. Bernoulli posted the Wikipedia link.
Wow.
Wow, that was not easy.
Kind of looks like Arches National Park.
That was not easy.
So the France guess, whatever it was, de Gourde, why they guessed that is because it's an aqueduct. So that the arch, but it looks nothing like that. It's an actual man-made aqueduct with arches. So that's why they said the France, the de Gourde France or whatever it was.
All right, who got this one? It was like a no picture. Hey guys, I really like it when my moderators have an avatar image. So I'm making you a moderator, Draclocked. But
I don't
if you
think
get a chance.
I don't think it was the first.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's the France guy. It's
No. It wasn't him.
Vlastimil Sveta got it.
Yeah, he got it. That's the guy.
You got it, buddy. And you do have an avatar image, so that's perfect. All right. Cool, we got another one. All right, let's do another audience question, and then we got two more of these things to find. Like, there's no way in hell I was gonna find. No way in hell I was gonna figure this out. No way.
All right.
It was gonna be impossible.
See what else we got.
Good job, guys. Good job.
All right, here's a question from the troll, Steve Guy Bob. Tone Vays, what's your opinion of coin mixers? I have only bought BTC through Coinbase, but kind of want to use a mixer so I can be anonymous, but I'm scared to send BTC to them. I don't know about this question, but
no, I mean, but you need to be more specific. Why are you scared to send BTC to them? Are you scared because you're afraid you're gonna screw up and lose your Bitcoin? Are you scared that they're gonna steal your Bitcoin? Are you scared that if you put your Bitcoin through a mixer, you then won't be able to use your Bitcoin? Like, what exactly are you scared of? If you bought your Bitcoin through Coinbase, you honestly don't even have to move it through a mixer. You just have to move it to yourself a few times. Like, so when these exchanges say we can't accept your coins, they have some kind of a questionable history that doesn't really extend, infinitely backwards. So ideally, we want everyone to be using mixers, because if everyone uses mixers, then all the coins are clean always. But even if you don't, like, again, what's the fear? I personally have not directly used the mixer because I've never needed to, but I want to start using mixers so that I can assist the whole eco space. See, it's when you use the best Bitcoin's privacy and fungibility features of Bitcoin. I don't know why it's like bees are like hovering all around. When you use, again, let me take off screen share because this might be like a 2-minute video. I got to be conscious of those now. Okay, so let me regroup here. The question is on mixers. When people are afraid to use mixers, the question needs to be more specific. Are you afraid that the mixer will steal your coins? Are you afraid you're going to screw up and lose your coins? Are you afraid that after you put your coins through a mixer, no one's going to accept them? So once we know where that fear is, you have to use rational views. If you're afraid that it's going to steal your coins, test it. Try a small amount, find a mixer that you're comfortable with, and try it in small amounts first, and then you go up. The more people that use these coin joins and mixers, the better it is for the whole Bitcoin ecosystem, because it makes Bitcoin more fungible and more private, which is more important than fungibility. And I sent out a recent video on fungibility. So as more people use these mixers, the more Bitcoin becomes private, the more Bitcoin becomes fungible. So a BTC Pay server has a mixer built into it now, but you also have to have a wallet that's compatible with that on the back end. And it's a little confusing right now, because when I added that functionality to my website, now people get two different addresses to send their Bitcoin in. And one of them goes through a mixer and one of them doesn't. And people start to get confused. So as more people get comfortable with using mixers, as more people have wallets that have mixers, and I'm hoping for a future where every single wallet that you can possibly be using is automatically compatible with mixers. And then every coin is always mixed. And then we have privacy and fungibility. So it's a good thing. So I would not be scared of it if I was you, and try to use them slowly at first until they become normal.
And there's two kinds of mixers. There's two kinds of mixers. There's mixers that take custody of your coins, and there's mixers that don't take custody of your coins. So if his concern is that they're going to, steal his coins, then you can use one of the mixers that don't take custody of your coins, which is, I believe, Whirlpool does not take custody of your coins, so you can use Whirlpool for that purpose.
All right. Yeah. Samurai and Wasabi they hate each other, but they're both trying to innovate in that space. Okay. One more question, and then we got one more puzzle for you guys.
All right. Let me see if I have another question in there.
If not, we're going to the next puzzle, because you guys are on fire with these puzzles.
Yeah, I don't see a question.
We got two more puzzles to solve.
All right, what's next? Okay, so I think Tone is frozen. I'm not sure what's going on. So give us a second. I think Tone will be back in just a second.
Oh shit, did I lose you guys?
You're back. You're back. Okay.
I'm back. All right. So I was saying, here's our next puzzle. And at first I thought this was Malta, but I just could not find this particular image in Malta. So if anyone knows where this is, that'd be great. I also got to get the book. I want to show you guys what book we are trying to find these pictures in, because I found the rest. They're just the 6 that we're stuck on. Let me so yeah, so let's see if anyone knows where this is. It's definitely not Greece. Well, let me not say that. It's definitely not Greece, but I don't believe this is Greece. We got Ibiza. Someone is suggesting Dubrovnik. Interesting. Someone else is confirming Dubrovnik. All right. Oh, wait. A moderator said Dubrovnik. Wow. So if a moderator gets it right, what do? Do we give it to the next person? Because they said it almost together.
Sorry, you could give it to the next person. I muted myself.
Dubrovnik, can you
Looked
confirm?
like it is
People
Dubrovnik.
are saying Gibraltar, but yep, Dubrovnik. People are confirming.
Yeah, it doesn't look anything like Gibraltar.
All right. Someone else said Puerto Rico, but I don't think so.
All right, so I'll send you the picture.
Yeah, send me a picture of Dubrovnik. All right, we got it. All right, you know, I want two people because they no wait, that one said see, that's the thing, right? So the person that said Dubrovnik with the question mark could have seen it from the moderator that said Dubrovnik.
Right, but I still say it was close enough that they could have just come up with it.
All right, so Patrick, you're in my chat all the time. Yagangsi, is he worthy of moderating?
I don't know him, so he's probably good.
Okay. So you remember the trolls more than not trolls.
Yeah.
All right, you got it, buddy. Got a you got a wrench. All right, we got one more. All right, so we're only down to one. All right, I want to do one more Q&A, and then we're gonna take on the last one. I think the last one is gonna be the easiest.
Okay, so the only other question that I saw in there, which was sort of interesting, was where was it? Oh, someone was asking if DeFi is pulling newcomers away from Bitcoin or something. If newcomers are coming in space and they're going, I didn't think it was that interesting a question, so I didn't throw it in the chat. But
I don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna take off screen share.
Oh, here it is. Is it possible that DeFi hype is taking away incoming market cap from BTC? Bizarro Quinn says.
No, I don't. Because I think the DeFi stuff is so complicated that well, it's not complicated for you and I. We just don't give a shit. I think the DeFi stuff is so complicated for a newcomer that it's not. It's one thing, you know, something like pumping Litecoin or pumping something else can take away from Bitcoin directly, but I don't believe DeFi is, because to get into DeFi, it's not easy just buying Ethereum straight. The easiest path to crypto is through Bitcoin, but now you got to get into Bitcoin, and then you got to get into Ethereum, and then you got to discover your shitcoin, and then you got to lock up your Ethereum. And I think this DeFi stuff is way too complicated for a newcomer. So I do not believe that DeFi is taken away from Bitcoin. It's just exacerbating the stupid of either those that did not get destroyed in the ICO space, or those that profited from the ICO space and want to profit more on other people's stupidity. So, but I do not believe that the DeFi space is taken away from Bitcoin at all.
Everyone's looking for the next Ethereum, it seems like.
Yeah. All right, well, everyone's about to look for the next puzzle. We got one more. Let's get it out of the way. We got the last puzzle here. The last puzzle picture. I don't think this is hard. I think this is going to be the easiest of the 6. But let's see, because it's got several buildings. Maybe it's not the easiest, but I gotta do screen share. I got it up. Let me do screen share now. All right, your last puzzle for the day, guys. Here you go. I just did not know how to Google for that. Though I think we had one more. Wait, I think we had one more. I don't remember one. Hold on, 1 second. There was one that looked like Russia. I think I missed one. Hold on. I'm going to go back to my cell phone here. I was taking pictures of these things by hand. All right, who's got this? This is our puzzle.
All right, we got our first guess. I'm going to Google it.
All right, Google the guess. What do we got? There were already 2 turkeys in this book, so I highly doubt there's a 3rd turkey. There's also a cross right here, which pretty much eliminates turkey.
Okay, I think the Firenze, Italy guess is good. It looks like it.
Florence?
Looks like Florence, yeah. They said Firenze.
This is not St. Petersburg.
Yeah, they said Firenze, Italy, which is Florence, I guess. I'll send you the picture right now. So one
Yeah.
person, first
Sure.
guess, got it.
I have one more in my memory, but it's not in my list, so I need to go back to my.
So the first person who got it was, where is it? Oh, it's the guy who got the France one wrong. Dracula or whatever.
Oh, you got it. Man, good job.
Oh, wait. Sorry. My bad. Someone else. Shit.
Someone else beat him to it?
There's 3 people who got it first. Hold on. I gotta make sure.
I can swear there was one more. I'm about to walk away for like a minute, so you're gonna entertain because I can
Maybe
swear there was
Fabio.
one.
Fabio, I think, got it. He said Florence, but his name is Fabio, so maybe that shouldn't count.
Yeah, Fabio got Florence.
Yeah, Fabio's asked some good questions too, so he probably deserves it.
All right, Fabio, you got it. Fabio got this one. All right, and
Sure. All
I
right.
can swear there was one more, which I don't think we found, but I didn't take a picture of it. So I'm gonna walk away for a minute because we want to get this done. Because we're done, but I can swear there was one more picture that I need to run inside and take a picture of.
Do you want to take me off screen share, or do you want to take off screen share and I can
Yeah, I'm
talk?
gonna take off screen share, or we can leave the price of Bitcoin. You can entertain some people. Yeah, guys, talk to Bitcoin Motorist. He's relocated to New Hampshire for their privacy, for their freedoms. So feel free to ask him about that. And he also helps organize Pork Fest, so you can ask him about that. All right, I'm gonna leave it to you. I want to go just double check that we found or did not find this one other picture, which I can swear was Eastern Europe, like an Orthodox church in Eastern Europe. We just could not figure out which one it is.
All right. So while Tone is going to make sure he got all the pictures right, I need more Bitcoin maximalists to move to New Hampshire. So please come on down to New Hampshire.
You guys got infested with shitcoiners.
Yeah, we do. So I need people like Bernoulli, people like Tone and people like Joe Sass to move here. So anybody we could use the help. And New Hampshire is a great place to live. So if you have any questions about New Hampshire, no state income tax, and no sales tax, and really good laws, and you can walk around with a gun as long as you don't have a felony or you're allowed to have a gun. You don't even need a permit. You can walk around with a gun as long as you don't go into a post office. You're good. You're not breaking the law. You can get a gun permit if you want. It's optional. It's super easy to get. It just costs $10, and almost everybody gets approved unless you have something on your record that prevents you from getting one. So New Hampshire is a great place to live. I'm really happy I moved here, especially now that all this craziness is happening and the big cities are going insane. It's really good to move to a remote area, in my opinion, or to move out of big cities. So Cohen is asking if I'm still riding motorbikes. I haven't ridden a motorbike since 2013, which was right before I got into Bitcoin. I've told that story before. Although don't tell this to anyone, so this is strictly between you and me, I am considering buying a motorcycle, but don't let anybody know, because I don't want my mom to find out that I'm considering buying a motorcycle. So don't tell anyone. But I'm considering buying a motorcycle. I may actually buy one in the next couple months or so. People are asking if it's 420 friendly. I don't really know because I don't really smoke, but I'll just tell you this: since I moved to New Hampshire, I've been offered weed many times. So maybe that answers your question. So I don't partake, but people offer it to me all the time. So maybe that gives you the answer. People, can you hear me?
Yep, I got you.
People were asking if New Hampshire is 420 friendly. I said I don't really smoke, but people offer me weed all the time here, so it probably is. I don't know. So.
Okay, so there is one more that I forgot to take a picture of, which I did. So it's in my phone, so I have to either move it or I can just show it on camera. So I'll also show you guys this book. So here is the last picture, the last puzzle we got to solve. I'm just going to show the book to the camera. and I'm gonna go to big screen. Okay, so here's the last one that we gotta. Oh, this may not work. Can you see it?
I can see it, but not the top.
Okay,
I can't.
so I'm gonna do it the other way. So what I'm gonna do is I just gotta get my phone and I'm gonna text the picture to our group in Telegram, and then I'm gonna pull it up. Oh, and I gotta flip the picture. Hold on. Yeah, here when that happens. Boom, boom. All right, done. Save. Share. Telegram. Our group done. That's done. And why is my mouse not working? Jesus Christ, what's going on? I walk away, my mouse stops working. Perfect. Open that. Go to screen share. Hey, thanks for helping me solve these places, guys. Oh, no, don't want to share that screen. This is going to share. All right, last puzzle. It's the last one. This is somewhere in Eastern Europe, maybe even Russia. And I have no idea where that is or what that is. So if anyone from this region is watching, where the hell is that?
I don't know, but that looks so Russian. Looks like Russian cathedral, Russian Orthodox, something like that.
Why did my mouse stop working? God, that's annoying. It was working when I walked away. Some squirrel get to it? All right, last puzzle. St. Petersburg. If this is St. Petersburg, that would really bother me because I've been there. Everyone's saying St. Petersburg. Wow. I probably should have Googled that.
I got Minsk, I got Moscow, I got Belarus, I got everything.
You got everything, huh?
I don't even know what to Google, honestly.
You got a lot of options here. Yeah, we got Spain. I doubt this is Spain.
We got a couple of specific ones, so I'm gonna Google the specific ones we got.
Yeah, if someone knows like the actual name of this. St. Nicholas Russian Orthodox Cathedral in Nice. Wow. Really? That's specific. Sam, that is very specific. There's also Catherine's Palace in St. Petersburg. And there's also Russian Orthodox Church of Moscow in Petrice. Wow, we have a lot of very specific statements here. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Yeah, I was Googling Kiev. I was Googling all of the Orthodox churches in Kiev, and I could not find this one.
I've seen Google images of churches that are very similar looking, but I don't think they're the same one. Unless, no, that's not it.
Polotsk, Belarus. Man, Belarus is having a lot of issues right now. And then we have Kiev, Pechersk, Lavra in Ukraine. All right, should I start Googling some of these?
Yeah, Google some. I'm Googling some of them.
I'm gonna Google, my mouse ain't working, which is annoying as hell. All right, guys, one last look at Bitcoin. People asked if I'm still bullish gold. I am. I'm still bullish gold. Even though gold's on a pullback, I'm still bullish gold in the intermediate and long term. Short term, I'm unsure. Someone is saying it's the cultural capital of St. Petersburg. Someone is saying that the US Post Office has filed a patent for blockchain-based voting system. Well, not to the picture, just in general.
No, I know. I got it. But
Well, which is yes, funny and silly at the same time. Shouldn't the US Post Office be more interested in, staying functional and not going out of business than filing stupid blockchain patents? Spilled blood, rotten Orthodox Church. Someone took that message off. Though that may be an actual name of a church. So maybe let's not rush to, like, let's not rush the new moderators. Let's be a little patient. That it is possible that is the name of an actual church.
yeah,
Of all the things on this YouTube channel that deserve to be deleted from chat, spilled blood, probably not in the top 10.
there isn't actually a spilled blood church. I'm actually looking at it right now. It's close, but it's not that church.
All right, so a lot of people were talking about St. Petersburg. Yeah, St. Petersburg could Catherine Palace. That might be it. I don't know. Let's Google it. Saint. Maybe it's not St. Catherine, but. Oh, St. Petersburg.
Well, maybe it looks like it. Yeah.
That it?
So let me see who was the first, because I did see that in the comments. So let me see if I can find who the first person was who said that.
Yep, that is definitely it.
Yeah,
Yep, that's it. That's it. We got it. We got it. That looks like it's definitely it. That's the one. I find out who said it first.
I think the club said it first, maybe.
That's the one.
Although the club said Pinterest, Catherine's Palace, St. Petersburg. I don't know if that's close enough.
I know, but Pinterest is probably where he found it when he Googled it. So if that's the first one that said it, then we'll let the word Pinterest go.
Okay.
All right, so who was it?
So it was the club, all capitals, all caps.
The club.
And you want me to send you a picture of that, or you got it already?
No, I got the club.
No, the cathedral.
You know what? Send me a good link to that.
Okay.
It's just easier for me to just forward it because everyone, I got every single person that knows me has to use Telegram if they actually want to get a hold of me. So it's easier for me to just forward it.
Got it. Sending it to you right now.
Though Fabio did say St. Petersburg, and a couple of moderators said St. Petersburg before the club. Interesting.
Yeah, but it was more specific. I would give it to the club because St. Petersburg is a big city. And then Nicholas, you can give Nicholas the mod too right now. He just commented Catherine Summers Palace. He says I wasn't the first, but we wanted to give him the mod anyway for something.
I see Nicholas with a little cross on the thing.
Yep, that's the one. Same Nicholas. Yeah.
All right. All right, guys. Thank you. That was very useful. All right, I got yelled at to get off the stream because we have to go to a birthday dinner. But I do want to show you guys this book that you helped me get the picture. So it's like 50 pictures. So I'm on full screen. So here's what it looks like. I know there's a lot of light, but it's if you're curious, it's really cool. And now that I got my hands on it, 2 minutes. It's got like some of these were not easy to figure out. Like some of these have been colored. I showed you guys a few. Like here's another one that's been colored.
Someone jacked your tequila, Tone.
Yeah, I'm aware. Oh, this is how they get me to get off streaming. Right. So this is one of the this was one of the mosques in Turkey.
Oh yeah, that's like one of the famous mosques.
Yeah. So this
Sophia
was
Mosque.
the, I think that's just the blue mosque, but there was also the new mosque, which was another one. And like some of them are easier than others. And then you have something like this, which a lot of you are about to say, this is Sydney, Australia, and their opera house, but it's not. This is actually in Delhi, India, but we figured this out. So this was my challenge in figuring out where the hell these places are, but some of them are easy, you know. Then you get something like this, and like, oh, that's easy. That's Tower of Pisa. Though this was tricky. This apparently is the Golden Gate Bridge, which doesn't actually look like the Golden Gate Bridge, but it is San Francisco and its skyline and the Golden Gate Bridge.
That's the Transamerica building. That's a Transamerica
Right.
building. Oh, for
Right,
sure.
and that's actually how we figured it out, by the buildings, not by the bridge, because it's
Well, could it be the Bay Bridge? Because the Bay Bridge kind of looks like the Golden Gate Bridge. I don't know.
No, this is definitely Golden Gate. They just skipped some lines there. And like something like this, we figured out this is in like Santorini, Greece. But yeah, so this is cool, and a lot of them are colored.
Bitcoin?
Hmm?
You have time to take a quick peek at Bitcoin before you sign off?
Yeah. We'll look at Bitcoin. Oh yeah, so this is the book that we've been dealing with. All right, and now we got it. We got it all. All right.
All right,
Last look
30
at
seconds.
Bitcoin.
One quick look at Bitcoin.
Yep. One last look at Bitcoin. Let's go to screen share.
I got the price at 11,866. I don't know if it's pumping or not.
Not really. We're still in this triangle. I do believe this triangle is going to break out to the upside, but I also think that we can pull back to the bottom of this triangle first. So either way, I wouldn't exactly be selling right now. I would just be patient. Bitcoin likes to pull back on Sundays. So maybe it'll pull back one more time to 11.7 and then break out above 11.9 sometime early next week. And the triangle target remains 13.2. My target remains 14K before a more significant pullback. All right. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out in the woods.
Later.
And thanks, Patrick, for helping with the questions. Thanks, Bernoulli, as well. And thank you, everyone that helped identify the places in this book. All right. Thank you, guys, and see you all on the next one. Remember, shitcoin minimalist is the future. Bye, guys.